Hi guys, it's Thomas here from COTbase.com. Welcome to this week's Commitments of Traders review. Today we're going to have a look at the 24th COT report of this year. And as usual, we're going to start off with the changes in commercials positions. So here we go. Corn is on top of our list with a 29% change in commercials positions. You may see the change size over here. It is the largest change if you look at the chart in the past 52 weeks. It's of course a bearish COT change signal coming after a bit of rise in prices in the last few days, Friday and Thursday. Commercials have gone back down to net short territories and large speculators into net long territories after a few weeks in the opposite side. Moving on to the 5 years chart, you can see how extreme this market is. We are moving away from a bullish COT Extreme situation. You may see it over here. And we're headed towards bearish extreme levels. Of course, as you can see on this 5 years chart, there's still a lot of space, almost or maybe exactly 200,000 contracts for commercials to get to those really significant bearish extreme levels. The one I'm showing you right now is a good example for that. So until we get to those levels, we're only talking about relative extreme. It can increase to even greater extent, so keep that in mind. Of course, the bearish COT change signal may affect prices, but if they do, or if it does, then of course it would affect it in only the near term. The Kansas City wheat is our next market. We have a 26% change over there in commercials positions. You may see that change over here. Again, we're talking about the largest change in the past 52 weeks. It is coming at a point in time when prices are high, just breaking previous highs on the chart. You may see it over here. And that means that this signal may actually be a good one that we can act on, at least time-wise. Of course, you have to look at the 5 years chart to see the extreme situation, and you may see that compared to corn, we are actually closer to the bearish extreme levels that are the largest on this 5 years chart. You may see, and these were actually pretty effective signals in the past. I'm just going to show you a few signals that were effective in this market, and of course, it's hard to tell whether this is the point where the price would turn downwards, but stress levels have become very, very high, and that's not a question at all. Russell 2000, 21% change over there in commercial positions. You may see that change over here. They just moved down to net short territories, while large speculators have become net long again. The change size is larger than average, although we have seen greater changes in the past. Jumping to the 5 years chart, here we go. You can see that we're moving away from a bullish COT extreme level, which was of course very surprising to see at such a price level. Nevertheless, it's the case, and you may see prices have actually gone higher from that extreme. And question, of course, whether this bearish COT extreme level is significant enough, and I would say definitely not. You may see that a few months ago, actually the beginning of this year or the end of last year, the extreme was way more bearish than what we see now. So that means we've still got plenty of space left to reach those levels, and that would not necessarily mean that prices would turn down. As you may see, this extreme did not really affect the price of Russell 2000. Let's move on and have a look at large speculators COT Extreme. We've got live cattle still on top of the list with an all-time COT Extreme. And you may see we actually talked about live cattle and in the past reviews, and I was telling you that this is a very good and significant COT Extreme signal, and you may see how well the price reacted to that signal. Prices have declined pretty rapidly, and of course that doesn't mean that this is the end of that decline and then the uptrend would continue. I would say that the stress level is definitely still very, very high, and we can easily count on further declines in this market. Euro is our next market with a 318 report extreme in large speculators. Let's jump to the 5 years chart right away. Here we go. So we are talking about a significant bearish extreme. No question about that. And you may see that prices, since we had this 2 weeks ago, I was talking about the euro, prices were still going higher. And I was telling you that we came to a region, a resistance region, where this extreme signal, this bearish extreme signal, may actually be an effective one. And since then, you see prices did not continue their rise. And of course, the big question whether this will be the case next week, or will we see a major decline in the price of euro. The Mexican peso, our last market for this review, with a 210 report extreme in large speculators. That's the exact same extreme that we can witness in commercials. And we have 156 report extreme in case of small speculators. So pretty decent extremes in the case of Mexican peso, although on this 5 years chart you can witness even greater extremes. The one back here in 2013 was a very, very large one, and you can see that was actually the top on this 5 years chart in the price of Mexican peso. Now we see a significant rally that was ignited back in early 2017, basically this year. Since then, prices have been going higher and higher and higher, and as they did, you may see the increase of stress levels in traders' positions. Now, this doesn't mean that the end has came to this rally. Of course, this extreme may easily widen to even greater extent, so that's a warning for you before you jump in and start shorting this market. But nevertheless, it does raise an eyebrow, and question arises whether or not this rally can continue for any long. Okay, that is going to be all for this review. Don't forget you can look at other COT charts on our COT charts page for free, and of course you can have a more in-depth and detailed COT analysis on our COT analysis page. And of course other great functions may be available to you if you subscribe to cotbase.com. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I hope to see you next week. Have a great weekend. Take care. Goodbye.